G'day, let's play some more Hearts of Iron 4, this time with the mod Millennium Dawn, I believe it's called. So we'll play single player, a new game, starting in the year 2000. Millennium Dawn, the world has changed. Globally speaking, an atmosphere of peace and prosperity has ruled for about half a century. But with the recent end of the Cold War, the recent rise of the People's Republic of China, how will the world see itself? I don't know. Who should we go as? Clinton, Blair, Chirac. Schroeder's a friend of Russia. Should we go as Putin? He's a popular figurehead. Or Jiang Zemin. I'm feeling like we want to play as Russia. United Nations Security Council member. Yep, alright. Select Russia. Big old blob. What will he do? I think he'll invade Ukraine. Alright, historical AI focuses. Sure, let's get started. What are we going to want to do? We take out the... Why did Russia have Kaliningrad? Okay. Maybe we'll take out the Baltic states. Not sure how this mod actually works. So, looks like we've got tech going out to about 2030. What is this? Night vision. Okay. AK-74s. I'm pretty sure they've been around since about 74. Not 1990. Okay. 74M. What are we? 2000. So, this is the stuff we'd want to do. So, what's that? Body armor, motorized, camouflage. Alright, so all minor sorts of things. Industry is probably still very important. It's the year 2000. Production efficiency, retention, and growth. Construction speed. Alright, well, we're going to go this way. And we'll get our construction speed up. I assume all the rest of that is finished. As far as engineering goes, in the year 2000, we'll work on computing machines. Really? Okay. Apparently Russia only invents electronic mechanical engineering in 1990. All the atomics are done already. Experimental rocketry is not. A long way ahead of time. Decimetric radar. Yeah. Okay, let's go and get us some radar. Computing machines is a bit slow, but they're going to be important. Alright, free civilian factories. Let's first see how many civilian factories we actually have. Where am I looking? Well, not very many. Okay. Well, in that case, we might want to actually build some more civilian factories. Let's do it in this sort of an area. 6 different tiles, I guess. And then blow some of the rest of this with military factories. Alright, that'll do for now. What kind of forces do we have? Alright, Russia has no air force. That makes sense. And no navy. But, decent sized army. Okay, looks like they're having a bit of trouble keeping track of who they actually are. Alright, let's pull everybody together. I'm assuming China won't want to attack us. And we do have some dudes. Alright, go by capacity. Igor Sergeyev is an old guard. Well, we're going to need to promote somebody, and it's not going to make a difference who. So, let's go for the dude with the massive hat. Bakin. Okay, Vladimir. You. Well, it's Kazakhstan's deal. They're reactionary. Whatever that means. We're going to have to actually check most of this out. But if we wanted to conquer anybody, it would be Kazakhstan. Something like that. Alright. Guarantee independence prove. Invite to faction. So we can't even actually go to war with people. Alright, what about the Ukraine? We can justify on them. Conservatives. Take 250 days. Alright, well, our national focus. Attempt to join NATO, or attempt to join CSTO. Leftist doctrine. Yeah, what are we? Reactionary. Party ideology, reactionary. And then there's conservatives, social liberals, communists. Should probably try and bring the communists back. Democratic, socialist, or nationalist. Alright, civilian build-ups. Industrial research teams would give the extra research slot. Will of the people. Gain base national unity and all the rest. Thinking this is the way I want to go. Or over here we have army focus, naval focus, air force. Yep, don't care about them. We are political. So let's go just straight out political focus for the start. And the free military factories. Right. Post-Cold War equipment. How about you make some modern equipment instead? Got APCs, got some tanks, anti-air, anti-tank, towed artillery and all the rest. Infantry equipment's all we need at the moment, apparently. Motorized rifle brigades. Ooh, Spetsnaz. How good are they? Wow. They've got all the things on them too. Well, let's just have a go at training a bit of everything. See which ones finish first. Alright, and the dockyards. Well, we have no boats. So, I'm thinking all we should probably do is make convoys. Wonder if anybody's got a fleet. Let's go have a look at UK. No, no fleet for them. US, no fleet. Moderate taxes, that's a good point. What do we got? Volunteer only, export, civilian. Wow, 0.5 for volunteer only. Alright, moderate taxes, heavily regulated, monthly population -10. What's the bonus that it gives you? Just the consumer goods factories. We are still growing. Alright, open country gives huge population. Weekly national unity drops. You can't be fascist or nationalist. Alright, I think we'll stay as we are there. What about taxes? What are they going to do? Research time goes up with high taxes. It's just the goods factories that change. And this would bring unity up. Okay. Well, Putin gives us perfect unity anyway. This kicks up to speed 4. Alright, missing, yeah, a lot of stuff. Anti-air, anti-tank, artillery, mechanised, light mechanised, motorised. Pretty much everything in the arsenal. Main battle tank. What I want to see is these numbers. Heart attacks, not much. Al-Qaeda summit in Kuala Lumpur. Malaysian investigators have reported to the international community that several high-ranking members of the Al-Qaeda network have met in Kuala Lumpur and possibly discussed future actions. Worrying. Egypt takes control of the Khalaib Triangle. Interesting. Political left is not our friend and certainly not the way forward. Atheism, political progressivism and immigration are a package that leads to inevitable national suicide. Stop it now. Alright. Moving on. We were looking at planes. Multi-role. Ooh, get some predators. Transport planes still haven't changed since World War II. And modern generation bombers, the B-1 Lancer. Operational range is only 8k. Well, what we're going to make is support equipment, motorised, APCs, Gen 1 infantry fighting vehicles, towed artillery, anti-air and anti-tank. Not sure we actually needed all them, did we? Still need light tanks and MBTs. What would the MBT be? Main battle tank. Alright, let's go ahead and make a little bit of everything eventually. And Kazakhstan, why were we not allowed to fabricate on them? What's your story, Morning Glory? CSTO faction, yeah, shouldn't mean anything to us. But the Ukraine, we'll head over there instead. So, lead orders, go over to the Ukrainian border. Apparently Belarus are on our side. Go ahead and take that. We'll ignore the Crimea. Alright, let's have a look at this mode. NATO CSTO. Well, that would be why we couldn't declare on them. Alright, NATO. Apparently, we can get all the way over to Switzerland. Although I'm sure that somebody's going to be defending these guys. So, justify war goal to conquer Kiev. Alright, go for it. Although there is no world tension, so I don't know exactly how this would set things up. Alright, and nothing on them. Lithuania would be nice to own. This dude in Kaliningrad, staring down Polish armoured cavalry. Alright, what's supply like? Still kind of balanced for our guys, I guess. Alright, what is possible to make? Not them. Just need tanks, artillery, and all the rest. Yeah. Let's go speed 5. What are we waiting for? 17th of October. Belarus. Alright, well, let's go have a look around. Australia. What's your deal? Good old Johnny Howard. And we're guaranteed by the US. Of course we are. Not many divisions there. What about New Zealand? Guaranteed by Australia. Right, done our political focus. So, government reform? No. School of ideology? Absolutely. What are the Americans trying to do? Army focus. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, Blair. Government reform. Not likely. Brazil are social democrats. What do they call Australia? Libertarian. Communist Party in China. Reactionary. I'm guessing everybody in our faction's reactionary. Ukraine is conservative. Alright. We could modify the government. We could change our taxes. Or get a political advisor. Holy crap. Alright, captain of industry. We need that, really. Radical Islam preacher. Fascist black shirt. Nationalist demagogue. Royal aristocrat. That's cool. Reactionary, conservative, libertarian, social liberalism, social democracy, progressive democracy, democratic socialists, communists. Yes, we shall try and become communist again. He's a weird looking dude. Bulent Esvet Davov. What about Iraq? Yay, he's saying. Nationalist, reactionary, and Islamist. Not very communist. Alright, how are we looking on the Ukraine? Yeah, nobody cares. So, how could we get down there? It's a bit of a wall. Have to get through either Iran or Iraq. Neither of them have friends. Not going to go through Turkey. Azerbaijan. This will take a bit long. We could do Turkmenistan through to Iran to get to Iraq. What else could we want to attack? What about Mongolia? Reactionaries. Major social liberal rally. Inaction is death. The only way leads forward. Social liberal goes up another 2%. We're allowed nuclear bombs. We're on the Security Council, and we're in population decline. Monthly population minus 125%. Alright, School of Ideology. Lets us unlock Israeli forces retreat from southern Lebanon. Okay. Nuclear power. National power. Gains national strength. Drift towards them goes down. Social liberal is coming out. Right, national power. You bastards. Stop drifting. Social liberalism is the orange one. Slowed to 50%. Well, that's fine. We shall become communist once more. Modern construction tools. And modern CIM software. Alright. So, that's the end of them. Now, support battalions. Got everything on board. Armour, we can go for 90s stuff. How fast are these light tanks? 17k, 12k. You know, we can only really research things we don't have to make. So, how are we looking here? 2000 comes down this way. Leg infantry, soft attack. That one looks a lot better bang for the bucks. And land night attack up to 15%, or Marines, paratroopers, and mountaineers. Ceramic body armor will be the way to go. Morocco, West Sahara, Mauritania, lots of stuff happening down in Africa. Alright, Syria insults Israel over Golan deal. I haven't even looked in here yet. Palestine. Well, okay. John Wilson. And Peter Smith of Israel. Okay, guess I haven't gotten around to putting all of the things in yet. We can modify the government with innovative army chief. They're all specialists. They're only 5%. The High Commander. Again, all specialists. What do we want? Army regrouping, armor specialist, entrenchment. It's all pretty weak. Land doctrine reduction. That's a good point. What can we do in doctrine? So, decide on that later. Alright. Go away. That was national power. So, path of order is nationalism. Path of equality is our communist stuff. We will do that. It'll give us will of the people for recruitable population, recovery rate, power gain, justified war goals. Sure. Alright, what do you got going on here? Can't remember. Cyprus, Southern Cyprus, Northern Cyprus. Cyprus and Northern Cyprus. Government reform, naval focus. Great going for your naval focus there. The Emirate of Afghanistan. The Kursk submarine disaster. Naval experience goes up. Change in popularity of reactionary goes down. Officials average. Yep, it is a great tragedy. So, that weakens our current government under Putin. Zhuganov is catching up. What did that give us? National strength, right. Drift towards everything slightly down. Only lasts for a year. Okay. And it's October sometime. 17th of October. We rush in on Leonid Kuchma. And didn't actually assign everyone. Heaps more. Olympic Games of 2000 were held in Sydney. 199 nations, blah blah blah. They concluded. Alright. Grab the rest of these guys and chuck them on there. Oof, far north. It's only one guy. So, where's everyone else? Still only two guys. Alright, done. And Marxist doctrines. Alright, we're grabbing you two. Pretty sure they're not going to be needed over there. And the last two. Alright, at least they're standing together. 11th, 12th. What sort of planning do we get? Yeah, just 50%. Ceramic body armor is ready though. And modern support weapons. Alright, it is the year 2000. We'll go for red dot sight. And it's really for support. Land doctrine. You know what? Lots of men would be good for Russia. We could go down desperate defense. Yeah, we'll go this way. Alright, justification for destroying the Ukraine. We declare war. We're not going to call the Allies in. Russia goes to war. All diplomats of Russia have failed. No, they succeeded. They will now sort out their differences with their enemy on the battlefield. It is about to go down. Alright, Ukraine. USS Cole bombing. Alright, what's their thing? 75%. And we're losing already. Well, isn't that fantastic? And we're going to lose the counterattack. Oh. These guys aren't allowed to push forward unless we call them to arms. So, I guess we'll call them in. Just so we can take advantage of there being basically nobody over there. Alright, get into Kiev. This is worth 5. Let's grab... Damn, wasn't even our guy. Let's grab that. We want our tanks to run into the victory points. So, down there, and over. And this guy... Eesh. Rush down this way. What the hell's going on there? Transnistria. Didn't even know that was a country. Oh, you're standing around for no reason. Tajikistan, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Belarus want to join. United States presidential election. George W. Bush, candidate for the Republican Party, has won the presidential election of the United States. Sorry, Clinton. Alright. America's going to go downhill now. Next election for us would be 2003. We've got dudes in there. Out of supply. And I don't like being encircled, so let's just pull one out this way. Some guys down to Zaporozhye. Alright, there's our supply coming through. And we did take Kiev, yeah. So, what are they down to? 58. This guy is learning somehow. Muckins batch. Okay, so we're handing land over to this lot. What's our actual participation? Yeah, we've pretty much done everything. Got the victory points. Need to get down to Tiraspol. So, who's going to be best? Artillery. Take both of them. Crap, these guys are fast. Show me speed of a tank. 17 plus 10. 10 if they're strategically redeploying. And he's just come in and taken our stuff anyway. Let's cancel that. Get down here. And we could modify the government, yes. Or we could declare war on... I think Turkmenistan's probably worth more than Azerbaijan. But, no, Azerbaijan have oil. So, justify conquering Lankaran. And then we would immediately justify on Coruscant as well. Alright, they're not looking too healthy in there. Let's go ahead and cut them off. Get our supplies back in. And this guy, cancel that and get over it. Nope. Alright. Well, in that case, keep doing that. This guy will come down here and finish the job. Take Odessa. Well, he does have some forts happening in there. And 3 dockyards. Alright. How about we make some submarines? Almost started making everything there. Insufficient rubber. Not going to deal with that. Resistance in Kharkov. Shouldn't last long enough to be an issue. Apparently we've got some Japanese land and some Chinese land. Sakhain. Nope. Alright, North Korea. And the Ukraine are dead. Take all states. And what's that cause? 30. Holy crap. Not too bad. I'm going to take it. Thank you very much. Slovakia's joined NATO. Romania's joined NATO. That'll be a threatened thing. Latvia. Alright, all the Baltic states probably going to join NATO now. Albania. Alright, Marxist Doctrine. Next, we want to go for Will of the People. We can invite Abkhazia, Nagorno-Karabakh, and South Ossetia. Indeed we shall. Invite to faction, and invite to faction. Alright. If they're going to grow NATO, we'll grow the CSTO. But I'm going to take a short break here. So thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and hope to see you again soon. See you later.